what I missed. These are news stories that dropped between the week of April 26th to May 3rd. And basically, these are all news stories that could have been main topics, but I didn't feel like I had enough meat there to make main topics. So we're just going to go through these really quickly one by one, starting with this. Dodgeball is coming back. A Dodgeball sequel is currently in the works. Now, I know that Dodgeball is like this big cult classic. I never really got into the movie all that much. I saw it in high school. I thought it had some funny bits, some funny moments, but overall, I wasn't too thrilled with the movie. It wasn't all as funny as I was expecting it to be. And now all these years later, they're going to be doing a sequel to Dodgeball. And I just can't help but be hesitant about this. I mean, we all know how these comedy sequels have gone. You get Dumb and Dumber 2, you get Zoolander 2, which is like, Zoolander is one of my favorite comedies. So the fact that Zoolander 2 was so atrocious just made me so upset. These hardly ever work out, and I can't say that I'm optimistic about a Dodgeball sequel, but that's also coming from someone who's not that big of a fan of the first one, so take that as you will. Speaking of sequels, Stallone is coming back for a Cliffhanger sequel, apparently, or as I like to think of it, Stallone is coming back to redo Cliffhanger, because what do you do with Cliffhanger? Cliffhanger is basically Die Hard on a mountain. Don't get me wrong, this movie I do like. I thought Cliffhanger was a ton of fun, was awesome. Stallone was great in it. Of course, it's Stallone. He's always great. But when you're doing a sequel to a movie like this, what more can you do besides get Stallone stuck on another mountain with more terrorists and have him take them all out and save the hostages again? I don't know what they're going to do with a sequel to this. It just kind of feels like they might as well just remake the movie. But then why do you get Stallone to come back for this? It's all kind of weird to me. I don't get Hollywood sometimes. So yeah, Cliffhanger is coming back. Be excited if you want to be, and hopefully I'll get there. Wahoo! $1 billion. Mario did it. Mario is not just the first movie of the year to hit the $1 billion mark. Will other movies hit it? We're going to talk about one and why it might not later on. But this is also now the 11th biggest animated film of all time, and it is not far behind from the number 10 spot of Zootopia and the number 9 spot. I can't remember who's in the number 9 spot, but it's gonna catch up there. This movie's gonna climb probably to like the number 6, number 5 all-time animated mark, and it could not have happened to a more fun movie. I know a lot of people had problems with Mario. I mean, the story is completely thin. I totally get it. I relate. But you know what? I had such a fun time. It's no wonder why people keep going back to this movie, why it's made $1 billion. And good job to everyone over there at Illumination and Nintendo on that accomplishment. This is something I had to roll my eyes at quite a bit this week. Somehow, and I don't know why some people on film Twitter run with these rumors. It was rumored that Mila Kunis was going to be playing the Thing in Marvel's the Fantastic Four in the MCU. And people were running with this story, and thankfully, thank you, Mila Kunis, I believe she was on the Late Late Show, or it might have been James Corden's show, I don't know. She debunked it. She said it's not happening. She's not going to be in the Fantastic Four, but she knows who is. She made it very clear to add that she knows who's going to be in the Fantastic Four, but she's just not going to be in it, and she's definitely not going to be the Thing, which is no duh in this week of news, in my opinion. Speaking of Fantastic Four, there's a huge rumor out there that Margot Robbie has been offered the role for Sue Storm and aka Invisible Woman. Now, when it comes to this offer for Margot Robbie, first of all, of course you offer Margot Robbie this role. It's Margot Robbie. Whether or not she's going to take the role or she has taken the role is up in the air. We don't know about that. But I would actually be down for Margot Robbie to be our Sue Storm. Now, she is Harley Quinn in the DCU at the moment, but we don't really know what's going on with DC. James Gunn may or may not be switching people out, taking some people away, changing the universe up. We don't know. So Margot Robbie, maybe she's exiting the DCEU. Maybe that is a way for her to enter into the MCU. All I know is that if this is true, along with the rumored Adam Driver casting that came out earlier this week as well, this is a great get. This would be a great casting in my opinion, and fingers crossed, I kind of hope it happens. Moving on, we got some news about The Flash. There's been some speculation or some rumors going around that Grant Gustin may make his first on-screen, big screen appearance as The Flash, as a cameo in Ezra Miller's Flash movie. Well, the director, Andy Muschietti, came out and said that that is not the case. There is no Grant Gustin appearing in The Flash. He said they had so many other cameos to pick from, someone had to get cut, and that just happened to be Grant in this case. Now, in this instance, I'm kind of okay with it. Grant Gustin, you know, he's had his run, no pun intended, as The Flash for 9 seasons on TV. I know that Ezra Miller came into his show, and they had that fun little crossover during Crisis on Infinite Earths, but I feel like it would be a little bit distracting and just a little bit out of place if Grant Gustin appeared in the movie. There's something different about a movie character appearing in a TV show that's weekly on network television than a network television character appearing in a big blockbuster movie to me. So I'm kind of glad to hear that we don't expect to see Grant Gustin in The Flash, even though I love the guy and I loved his iteration of The Flash. We're getting a new Smurfs movie. Remember the Smurfs movies? Not the best. Neil Patrick Harris was in one of them. Well, we're getting a new Smurf movie. It's said to be a hybrid of live action and animation yet again. And Rihanna is going to be playing our new Smurfette. Now, I believe Katy Perry was Smurfette in the last live action animated hybrid movie. So it's not a huge loss to me. I'm not too big on celebrity voice castings. Like, in my opinion, as long as we weren't in the room. This is my thought process. We weren't in the room. I didn't listen to it. I'm not the casting director. I just have to believe that they found the best person for the right voice for this character. And if that's Rihanna, it's Rihanna. In reality, I'm probably not even going to watch this Smurfs movie. So, you know what? I think I will sleep just fine at night. And lastly, I almost said Chris Pratt. Chris Hemsworth was announced to be the new voice for Optimus Prime in a brand new animated Transformers movie coming out called Transformers 1. It's going to be the origin story of Optimus Prime and Megatron, and it's going to have Scarlett Johansson in there as well, so a little bit of an Avengers reunion there. I think Chris Pratt, I think he's a decent choice for Optimus Prime. He's kind of got that deep, well, manly, of course, but kind of gravelly voice at times. I could totally see Chris Hemsworth voice coming out of Optimus Prime. I think this fits. I think this could work. I'm not the biggest Transformers fan, but you know what? Hemsworth might get me in the seats for this animated film. And guys, that'll do it for What I Miss. What did you get out of this segment? What stuck out to you? What are you most excited about? What are you most curious about? Comment below. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions on this, guys. And without further ado, let's take a look at what you guys are saying about this.